The right tool for the right job. The Main Street Virtual Home Show continues, and for that, we chose Main Street award-winning Tennessee Ace Hardware in Gallatin. We're here with Colin from the Tennessee Ace Hardware in Gallatin, Tennessee, and we're going to take a look at this wonderful new department that's brand new. Colin, the STIHL department with, I mean, there's a gadget for everything, and in kitchens, we call them gadgets. What do you call them?
Tools.
Tools.
Definitely tools. So this is completely new. Literally just rolled it out last week. Still missing a little bit of inventory. That's due to the time we live in right now. But more or less, we're fully stocked. Chainsaws, trimmers. You know, chainsaws big for fall right now.
It really, truthfully. And you've got a chainsaw for every size. Now, I've got to ask you about chainsaws. People think, I'll get a tiny chainsaw, it'll be safer, easier, but when you're working with big trees, a small chainsaw is not always the right choice.
No, you need the right tool for the job, absolutely. Absolutely. We've got the protective wear, the chaps, all that good stuff to make it as safe as possible.
Yeah, that's the important thing, is to always wear your protective gear. Don't cut corners on that.
Absolutely.
What are some of the things that you can do as someone who has the local hardware store? First of all, I'm going to tell you, parking outside is so easy because it's right here. Absolutely. You're on Broadway in Gallatin. You are our Main Street Award winner as our favorite.
A few years running. A few years,
because you have that customer service. But let's talk about some of the things when it comes to a chainsaw. We are a chainsaw season. People are getting rid of limbs. People are getting rid of storm damage. We just finished our weed eater season, pretty much. But there's still some cleanup when we have to have a chainsaw. What would you suggest as a good chainsaw for a woman to have?
Again, it completely depends on, say, the job. So, you know, generally the ladies like the lighter weight saws and the 171, the MS 170. We've got models, see if I've got one in stock, that actually has STIHL's easy start feature. Just look to see. But more or less, the easy start feature is much easier to pull, which the ladies like.
Yeah.
Says that's the number one complaint is, hey, let's, you know, is getting it started.
Yeah.
And also not even just the ladies, but anyone that has shoulder issues or
Yeah.
has any sort of issue starting a chainsaw.
Guys don't brag about it, but they like an easy start too. I'm
Absolutely.
just going to tell you,
I don't want to say
do.
it's just for the ladies.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the things when it comes to leaves and getting rid of leaves. You've got some a perfect tool for that as well.
Yeah, backpack blowers, again, just depending on how big the job is. We've got backpack blowers of all shapes and sizes.
Okay, backpack blowers.
Yep.
I didn't even
For
know
big
there was
jobs.
such a
Yeah,
thing.
that's for the really big jobs, parking lots or big driveways. And then we've got all the handheld tools as well. One of the really cool gadgets that STIHL offers is actually a gutter attachment tool.
Oh my gosh, for cleaning the gutters.
For cleaning the gutters, which is, I don't
Take
know
a look
if
at this, you
can,
guys.
if you can tell. Should have been better prepared and had one out for you. But anyways,
No. So you attach this to a leaf blower?
Yeah, just to your handheld leaf blower.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic.
Keeps you off a ladder.
You know, the ladder
making it
situation,
safer. Yep.
we've talked about that, and there are maintenance-free gutters, and some people, we're going to be doing on our home show a really wonderful company called Monster Home Services that has a great maintenance-free gutter. But if you can't go to that right now, you still got to keep your gutters clean so you can get the new gutters.
Yeah, working with what you have. Like I said, it's just a good, safe way of doing it. Not near as strenuous.
And that's the new STIHL department, and it's really easy to get to right when you walk in the front door here at Tennessee Ace Hardware on
First
Broadway.
thing you see.
Uh-huh.
All the battery-powered equipment.
What is this?
All of this is their new lithium battery-powered equipment. So, again, going back to equipment that's hard to start, you don't ever have to worry about it. As long as it's charged, it's going to start.
Oh, that is fantastic.
So there's different varieties. You know, you've got your basic, your homeowner, you've got your mid grade, and then even your commercial grade at the far end there.
With batteries.
Yep.
And so you just
completely battery powered. That's the lithium age. What we're looking at, and that's what the future is going to be.
Yeah, we're looking at a lot of that,
Yeah.
and a lot of people like that because you don't have to go and get gasoline.
Yep, absolutely. No, it's really hassle free when it comes to the equipment.
Now, what about oil?
There's the only thing you would have as far as oil goes would be like on the chainsaw. You'd have bar
Yeah.
and chain lubricant,
Yeah.
but other than that, there's no fuel mixing, nothing.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I always get so confused on the fuel mixing
Yep.
that I end up getting the equipment and then I'm afraid to use it because I'm afraid I'm going to burn it
Ruin
up or tear
Yeah,
it up.
absolutely. We see it all the time.
Yeah, and then even getting the string on the weed eaters. Now,
That's frustrating.
this time of year, people are there's still a lot of weed eating that you need to do, and now's the time of year. Actually, a lot of people do it this time of year in the fall because they can see what they're doing.
Sure, absolutely. Well, the weeds aren't as tough right now, so you can get in there and get them cut. If you know, going throughout the season, you're battling it because right back to the very next week, you're back to where you started.
Well, and tell me a little bit about this department here at Tennessee Hardware. You said the STIHL is a brand new department. How long have you been selling steel equipment?
Well, we've sold steel since we've been here, so
For a long time.
a long time.
But this department,
We just redid the floor. We moved it. It was about halfway and moved it over here. As far as the linear footage, we had it, but we wanted something that presented it better. So this is kind of a store within a store. Gives a full showcase of what they have to offer.
I love it. Now, you got everything from weed eaters to edgers. Is that what this is?
Yep, those are edgers.
A lot of people are getting their areas cleaned up, getting ready for the holidays. You can
Fall cleanup right now. Yep.
and that's what everybody's looking at. Now, what is this?
So that's what they call their yard boss. So it's set up right now as a tiller, a cultivating tiller, which would be cleaning out your flower beds, your gardens. That's the main selling point on it is the cultivating tines for getting weeds out of your garden. You can also, there's a trimmer line attachment that you can put on it. That's got the brush blade. So you can use it as a walk behind weed eater, if you will, or a brush cutter, or a tiller.
A lot of people don't even realize that instead of hiring it done, if you have the right equipment, you have all these attachments that everything can be done.
Or a fraction of what you'll pay the guys to come out and do it
Yeah.
yearly. Yep.
Well, a lot of what our home show is DIY. And if you want DIY, you need to come to a place that can explain the different equipment.
Yep.
And if you do need maintenance done, do you have a way that you can get that done here?
Full-time technician.
We're certified steel dealer and repair center, Tennessee Ace Hardware on Broadway in Gallatin. As our Main Street virtual home show continues, brought to you by Spontunias. Sing it, shout it, no talent required. Available at songgame.com.